Sports and politics, folks, have always gone hand in hand, and it sure feels like a heavyweight boxing match between the top two Democratic contenders. Things got super heated this week after a question at the CNN YouTube debate over a meeting with world leaders who aren't quite on our Christmas card list. The question exposed the first big rift between Senators Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. He said he'd meet with them. She said she wouldn't. But it didn't end there. The real fight was just beginning. Round one. The punches really start flying on Tuesday. Hillary takes another shot at Obama's answer.
I thought that was irresponsible and frankly naive.
Obama slugs back, bringing up Hillary's vote for the Iraq War.
Everything's irresponsible and naive. It was authorizing George Bush to send 160,000 young American men and women into Iraq.
Obama opens up round two with a combination.
I don't want a continuation of Bush-Cheney. I don't want Bush-Cheney light.
Hillary jabs back.
You know, I've been called a lot of things in my life, but I've never been called George Bush or Dick Cheney, certainly.
Round three, folks, this thing's going the distance. And finally, another fighter is climbing into the ring.
We've had two good people, Democratic candidates for president, who've spent their time attacking each other instead of attacking the problems that this country's faced.
Hey, John, it's about time. Remember, you're in this fight, too. Joining me to discuss these issues and more are two of the nation's top radio talk show hosts, Joe Pagliarulo, a conservative radio host out of Houston and San Antonio, my native state of Texas, and Rachel Maddow, a self-described liberal, or is it now progressive? We'll do that in a minute. A host for Air America Radio. Okay, all three of us have radio shows. What did you make of this? I thought it was great. I mean, I loved it.
It's great for Barack Obama. It's great for Hillary Clinton. It's great for Democratic voters. This is the right fight at the right time. I'm very enthusiastic about this fight. I'm glad they're stoking it.
Well, Joe, I got tired of these guys patting each other on the back, saying you're great and wonderful, and singing Kumbaya. To finally see some fisticuffs, I mean, I think it was important for the voters to see them engage.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you. First of all, the YouTube debate was excellent, but, you know, it's what we do every day. We take calls every day. Real people talking to real people about real topics every single day. By the way, Obama and Hillary have been going at it for a while. With the David Geffen stuff, who said what about me, who made a video about me that looks like 1984. Now all of a sudden, I'm going to go and talk to all the world leaders because Ronald Reagan did it. He left out the part that Ronald Reagan had, you know, nukes aimed at Gorbachev. And she says, I'm not going to go talk to him. This is good for the process. I got to tell you something. I watched these guys the other night, and they weren't too nice to each other. I wish they would have done it that night instead of waiting till the next day.
Good point. But how nasty is this going to get? Because, again, we're about 6 months out. Clinton is up. Obama needs to really cut into her lead.
Yeah. It's not going to get that nasty, and that's part of the reason why I think it's important. It's not going to get that nasty. How far has it gone so far? There was a little sarcasm yesterday from Hillary Clinton where she said, what happened to the politics of hope? That doesn't count as nasty. I think right now, if they were nominated to be their party's pick for president right now, either one of them could still pick the other as VP. And it's not going to get nastier than that because they know that's the most likely outcome.
I don't think for a second it's going to be like Bush and McCain in South Carolina. But I do believe, though, that they're going to really go at it because Obama, he has to do that because, again, he's raised a lot of money, but he has not been able to cut into that lead.
Here's what I want from Obama. I want the man to fight back because I like how he communicates. I like how he expresses himself. I kind of like to sit there and watch the guy talk. But I'm sick and tired of him apologizing or somebody on his campaign apologizing to Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is not to Obama. He shouldn't be the person that he's looking up to. This should be a contemporary. And he needs to fight back. He needs to get nasty. He needs to get mad. And I don't think they're going to go anywhere near picking each other for running mate, depending on who's who. I don't think that would ever happen because I think they couldn't win if they were together in the same ticket.
I think we got a long time to go before they start getting nasty. Barack Obama's best chance is to hit her from the left. Hillary Clinton is running a campaign of inevitability. She's already thinking about the general election. Every time he hits her from the left, she says, yeah, sure, make me look more conservative. Assuage the minds, the worried minds of all those people out there in America who think I'm the face of liberalism.
Yeah, but
the fight is great for her.
Yeah, but this is also the person who stood in the debate who said, well, no, I'm not really liberal. I think it's more progressive. I'm sitting at home laughing, going, stop it. You are a liberal, Senator Clinton.
By the way, this fight is not great for her because the more she fights with somebody, the more she shows her true colors. The only way that she has a chance to win this nomination, in my humble opinion, and I know how wrong I am, the only way she has a chance of winning this is if she picks her husband as the running mate. Right now, it's starting to look like Bill Clinton's running for president. That's what she's doing. This fight is going to take her way off track.
The most that's running right now is Elizabeth Edwards. And right now, she's winning. She is winning.
But Rachel, what about that? I mean, she runs away from being a liberal. I mean, does that bother you?
No, I mean, listen, her saying I'm a progressive instead of a liberal, she's saying I'm a progressive. That's great.
Yeah, right I'm progressive. I'm a guy who leans to the right. Well, you guys took the word?
Oh, come on. All of the guys in the Republican are saying, I'm the real conservative. Well, you can't be the conservative because you have too many wives. Well, you can't be the conservative because you didn't used to be anti-abortion.
That's a perfect impression of Giuliani. That sounded great, just like him.
Right. On the left, it's progressive or liberal. I don't care about that.
I got to ask you guys this, okay? John Edwards. He answered the question about world leaders. Yeah. It takes him 3 days to get into this fight. I'm going, hey, guy, you're in fourth place in New Hampshire. You might want to speak up.
Yeah. His hair looked great, though. His hair looked really good that night.
He gave a speech today in which he said, we ought to all be disappointed about the way that Obama and Clinton are going after each other on this.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, I'm so happy we're not talking about a scandal or fundraising or who's hired who or who did what in some other job a lifetime ago. Let's talk about policy. This is great for everybody.
Yeah, but the bottom line is with Edwards, he's losing ground. Sure, he's leading an hour, but I just think it was a weak response. His campaign has been fading. His poverty message, frankly, has not been resonating. And I'm like, God, wake up, please.
It's not going to work. He's worth $30, $40, $50 million. He wants to start taxing people double if you make over $200,000 a year. Could you live on $200,000 a year in New York City and feel rich? I don't think so. This guy is running as a socialist. And he's trying to get poor people to vote for him. I'm sorry, last time I checked, the poor people aren't the ones who are lining his pockets for his campaign.
No, listen, what John Edwards has done has been underestimated by people who say, like, oh, that's commie pinko socialism stuff. That's fine. Not a commie pinko, but a socialist. We'll draw the line there. Yeah, but listen, he gave that speech. He gave a big economic speech this week that got no play at all because of this fight going on between Obama and Clinton. But Edwards taking on poverty as a moral issue does resonate with people left, right, and center.
Rachel, I agree, but I must say I will vote for the toughest Edwards. That will be Elizabeth. Now, I got to deal with the Republicans because look, no one is wrapping their arms around George W. Bush.
Right.
Poll numbers. Terrible. 1 point away from Richard Nixon in terms of the worst poll ratings. Are they going to treat George W. Bush, the Republican candidate, like the Democrats did when Bill Clinton had this drama with Monica Lewinsky?
Yes, and I don't think they should. But by the way, George W. Bush is doubling the Congress, the congressional approval rating, just to let you know, at 28%. They're at about 14%. Last time I checked, the D's are running Congress right now.
Congress? Come on, let's just be honest.
When's the last time people gave Congress an 80% approval rating?
Right.
I gave them one right before you guys took over in 2006. The bottom line is, they probably will run away from George W. Bush. Will it be as big a mistake as Al Gore made with Clinton? It might be, because whether you like him or not, whether you hate the guy and he can't communicate, he is the leader of this party right now. Yeah, he's the one in the Oval Office.
Hey, he's the leader of the party, but he's not quite leading. It would be nice if he actually tells the Attorney General, can you please tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Rachel, 10 seconds to wrap it up.
With Alberto Gonzalez and with Bush's approval ratings right now, people are looking for a clear alternative. Whoever's going to define themselves as something that is a departure from the existing White House, whether they're a Republican or a Democrat, is going to take off.
Mike Gravel, Tom Tancredo. I want to see him take it on. Joe Pagliarulo, Rachel Maddow, I certainly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.